Dreyfus. Alice Clay, real quick, what do you got?
Yes, you taught 3 classes at Rutgers, which I took. Which one of your classes should all your candidates take, and what grade would you pick them?
All my classes are equal. I'm a notoriously easy grader, but you guys all deserve your grades. So, thank you guys for being here. It's great to see you all. Thank you to our panelists. That was a wonderful conversation. Catch Saturday morning, Table for 5 tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern with our special guest host, Kara Swisher. Meanwhile, stay tuned. Laura Coates Live starts right now.
Tonight, Luigi Mangione says he did it. I can't believe what he that right now seeing dodge his murder plus the downplaying. President Trump dismisses concerns about the embattled USS Lincoln and the economic conditions right near hand. And later, after Jeff Daniels transformed into President Ronald Reagan, I knew it. We're going to ask him that much more. Well, my opening statement tonight, Luigi Mangione has come to represent a lot of things to a lot of people. He is a man accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Powell. The person who led police on a 5-day manhunt for Manhattan. And yes, to some, the case is not worth it. Thus, the plea he entered in his federal case. He was facing 2 charges of stalking that resulted in Thompson's death. Mangione told the court, "I shot Mr. Thompson in Manhattan and he died. I knew what I was doing was illegal." And we learned this new detail. He said he emailed United Healthcare posing as an investor in order to get information about the conference happening in New York. But notice what else he said. He claimed that unlike his previous interactions with insurers, he got a response within an hour. He mentioned years of enduring severe pain from a broken back and navigating the obstacles of the health insurance system. If it was an admission of guilt, it was also his explanation for why he did it. He pointed to his frustration with the health insurance system, a grievance that made him a controversial symbol, even a kind of folk hero, dare I say, to some of his supporters. It is something that his lawyers leaned into quite heavily after the hearing.
He believed that the system had failed him and destroyed his life. Despite this being a single isolated event, Mr. Mangione has been unfairly treated since the outset in every way and has successfully fought off terrorism charges and the death penalty, while also fighting at the same time 2 simultaneous prosecutions in 2 jurisdictions who are trying to punish him twice for the exact conduct.
It's almost like they're calling him a victim. What was his name? Brian Thompson was the man who was killed, though, in Manhattan, just so we're clear. But they're arguing the state can't prosecute Mangione for the same killing he just admitted to. They say double jeopardy. And they filed a motion to dismiss the state murder and weapons charges. But that doesn't mean those charges just disappear automatically. That's actually going to be a whole separate battle. It's going to depend on the state judge and whether that judge thinks that New York's double jeopardy law prevents the state from prosecuting him because of today's federal guilty plea. So I can tell you, this won't be the last we hear about Luigi Mangione. Now, the lawyer is telling you that's the legal fight. But let's look at the other argument his legal team is making about how they want you to see Mangione, that the system failed him. Mangione can tell the court about his pain. His lawyers can try to portray him as a victim of the healthcare system, but here is the that grievance can never become an excuse for murder. Full stop. And in the eyes of the law, Mangione is no victim. Brian Thompson, I repeat, is the victim. Mangione has now admitted under oath what he did to Brian Thompson. He admits that he came to New York with the intent to shoot him. He admits he shot him. And today he said guilty. He was that Ryan was back. So Mangione and his supporters may see him as a symbol of something bigger. But if you do want to change policy, use your words, the legislation, you can argue for it. That's the message that's very touching when she sentences former state attorney New York Post who's analyzed the culture around it. And I gotta tell you, it feels ick every time I say Mangione's fan club. But indeed, if you go to the courthouse, you see people with their wearing, the abusive, almost praise for him. That's the phrase I'm using, fan club. I want to be with you, Mark, because everyone wants to know your old office actually take Mangione to court now on state charges because the defense is claiming that it can't because New York is quite specific, although the feds and the states are separate sovereigns. If the actual crime is overlapping to what the feds are arguing and the states are arguing, that's double jeopardy. So what goes next?
I think a murder case months ago in New York has very have a governing statutory laws that are protective of defendants of the U.S. Constitution. They have protections in place which say you can try him from a different sovereignty if there already was a prosecution. And in this case, the argument is that he pled guilty to possessing a firearm and using it with the intent to kill Thompson, which he admitted doing, and which is clearly the murder charge in New York. And the defense is going to argue, as a very credibly so, that it's the same incident, the same criminal transaction that they're trying to argue for. And in order to get by that statutory double jeopardy protection in place in New York, the DA would have to argue that the statutes in play, the state murder statute on one hand and the federal stalking statute on the other, address very different harms, and that they have to be very different evils that the statutes try to address. And the murder statute clearly seeks to punish somebody for taking a life in an unlawful manner. But in the stalking case, there is specific language about stalking with the intent to kill, and he did kill, and the sentencing statute is almost written into the substantive statute, and it says if you do cause death in the course of stalking with the intent to kill, that you could get up to life in prison, which is of course very similar to the New York State murder statute. So I think there is a very good chance the state murder case is going to be.
I've been a federal prosecutor. One thing is you don't like to be with them. Murder charge goes to the state. The feds have gone in here, and there's just this is a certainty now that he's quite guilty. You don't have to try the case and potentially a jury other than that. But he said in his plea that his severe back pain left him frustrated with the entire healthcare system. Now, he didn't go as far as say, and that's why I believe this person deserved to die. But the widow was inside the courtroom watching all this unbelievable. But the idea that he is talking about that severe pain, can you give me insight as to why you think he was saying that? Every statement is made, carefully crafted, is trying to look ahead to a different issue. Is it something with the sentencing or a claim of emotional disturbance of some type?
One of the things in the court of public opinion, all these fans out there who are disappointed for letting them down because they're saying Luigi is innocent. Now he was after taking that he just pled guilty. But at least he gave them that it was justified. And that I think will hurt him though when it comes to sentencing. I didn't hear a lot of remorse there. I heard a bunch of excuses. And the judge, when he reviews the sentence, can't go above the sentencing guidelines. He shows a lack of remorse. And what I saw today was a lack of remorse. So I thought agree that perhaps there was a pushback here, back and forth between the lawyers who wanted him to say, apologize for yourself and go see the court. And Luigi wants still to be this Robin Hood amongst his dedicated fan base. A fan base that really needs to check themselves and look inward to find out where they went wrong in this world.
And Ricky, there are people to David's point, who wanted him to obviously, I do not agree with that notion. But you've been observing the rabid fans of Luigi Mangione. What's been the reaction that you've been seeing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that these are very a much larger system that he was just a tiny part of. But on top of that, I also think that, it's hard to look past this generational change in terms of how young people see our political system and what it means to reform through persuasion or through legislation. There's now a third of Gen Z who believe that violence is an appropriate way to achieve political ends, which is completely unacceptable, but this is kind of the ultimate expression of that generation view. So you have more and more young people who are seduced by the optics of this young man who went to Japan, who had his future ahead of him, and he dedicated it to their cause and completely sacrificed his future.
This is what you had people who were outside the film. I remember for every Mario Brothers being cast. You actually saw the wall get seat sitters and line holders at the time just to get a glimpse of, they would say, the eyebrows. I mean, it was unbelievable to see this all play out. And then in court, he admitted his actions were illegal, important word. He never said they were wrong. He did not offer a single apology. And the judge will consider all these things, especially later in December, but there is going to be an in-between period, right, where the judge can consider the pre-sentencing report, any interviews he might do. He might very well in December come back and offer something different. Or that divorce. There's a lot that is taking now.
He'll get a couple points off his sentencing guidelines score, but his fans realize he's starting to raise the guideline range for parties have already amounts out at the bottom end to about 4 years, maybe more beyond that, before the maximum sentence calls for life. So the judge already can give a presumptively valid sentence of anywhere from 24 to 30-something years, and there's going to be no basis for appeal just based on what's already happened. So when you factor in all the aggravating circumstances here, stalking and predatory behavior, cowardly act, shot a father in the back, and simply because, he was the CEO of a controversial healthcare company, doesn't afford someone the right to shoot someone in the back. And, there is a public segment that has sympathy for him, dresses silly outside, says these terrible things about Brian Thompson and his family. But none of that is going to persuade the federal judge to do him any favors. And the real interesting thing here on sentencing will be how high up does he get? And if he does get 24 or something lower, and he ends up getting the state case wiped out, and this was a brilliant move. If he ends up getting life in prison or something close to it, which would be more than the 25 for life he would probably have gotten after trial in state court, then there might be some questions. But if he ends up with what amounts to less time or similar and in federal prison rather than state prison, which is a win. That is a big win to be in a federal prison instead of Dannemora and Attica and Sing Sing and all these horrible places in New York. So it'll be very interesting to see how the federal judge weighs all of that.
And the judge is obviously aware, they grew up being here, that deterrence is very important aspect of Hey, a programming reminder that this Monday I'll be covering the Tupac murder trial for CNN All Access. It's also available on Amazon Prime and HBO. And of course, nightly updates right here on Netflix. Up next, the conditions on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Much ado about nothing if you ask the president. In fact, he suggests that the record-setting deployment wasn't long enough. Aaron Parnas has been in touch with sailors and their families who is here to share their response. And later, after Jeff Daniels will be my star witness for a very, very special conversation on this Friday night.